I'm going to share with you my experience on Egyptair's economy class flight from Hurghada to Cairo on their Airbus A320neo and the return journey on the same day in their business class Airbus A220. The domestic terminal is pretty small, very quick process to get through. You show your boarding pass to enter the airport and then your passport at the gate, and then you're through very quick security into and then basically into the terminal, which is like a set of seats. From the terminal you get the bus to the plane. So I've just boarded the flight and I'm impressed so far. Usually for like domestic flights, which are about an hour, the plane isn't anything to write home about. But there's ample leg room, in-flight entertainment, there's a plug, USB port, and the seat is wide as well. So I feel like this will be a comfortable flight. There is also an adjustable headrest. Inside the seat there is safety instructions. There's also a thick bag. The takeoff was pretty smooth, during which they played the safety instruction video in Arabic and then again in English. I must say that Egyptair has the most creative safety instructional video that I've seen. And almost immediately we could see the beautiful views of the Red Sea and the Egyptian desert outside the airplane window. And not long after takeoff you're given a bottle of water. The audio is pretty terrible here, but all I'm saying here is that although I was initially excited about this flight, I was a little bit disappointed by the level of cleanliness. The windows were a little bit grubby and the behind the tray was quite dirty as well, and it looked like dirt that wasn't just from the previous flight because it was all kind of dried and crusted on. So I was a little bit disappointed by that. Essentially I just got a quick glimpse of the pyramids of Giza from the plane window, and I'm just sharing with you that if you want to get a glimpse whilst you're taking this flight from Hurghada to Cairo, it's best to sit on the left hand side of the plane and actually to avoid the wing area so that you get a better view of the pyramids. After this, it was literally minutes till landing, and the landing, just like the takeoff, was super smooth. Overall, that was a very comfortable flight. I just wish it was a little bit cleaner on the inside, but had really nice views over the Egyptian desert and over the Red Sea and Cairo on the flight. I would sit on the left hand side again, but just further, not over the wing, to get a better view of the pyramids as you're landing. It's literally only for a couple minutes you can see the pyramids, so you want to watch, keep your eye open as you are landing. I'm going to be reviewing or reporting on Egyptair domestic flight from Cairo to Hurghada. The flight is 1 hour and I'm going to be flying in business class. Cairo airport is actually pretty nice. It's quite big. It was very easy to get in. You just go for security. I don't have any bags with me. I've already got my boarding pass. They printed it out for me this morning at Hurghada airport, so I've literally just had to go through security and make my way to the gate. I got to the airport by 10 o'clock. My flight, or going up to 10, my flight is at 10:30, so that's why I'm power walking to the gate now. As you can see, even the domestic terminal is pretty big. They've got two main terminals for domestic flights, one F and one G. I'm at G23. So the Airbus A220 is much older than the A320neo, so there isn't much to say about this business class on such a short haul flight. It is essentially like economy class, but just with a lot more space. And personally, I wouldn't normally buy a business class ticket for a flight like this, which is about an hour, but for some strange reason at the time of booking, I just couldn't book an economy class ticket for the return journey, and I needed to be back in Hurghada that same night. As you can imagine, I was pretty exhausted by this point, so you'll have to excuse the lack of footage. But I did manage to get some footage on the functionality of the seat before completely shutting down. And as you can see, the seat came with an adjustable headrest. There was also a USB port, and the seat said Wi-Fi, but I did not test it out. In the place of the screen, you've got a pocket where the safety instruction card or manual is kept. And on the business class flight, they give you a bottle of water before takeoff. Shortly after takeoff, they served a tray full of snacks, which I felt was a nice touch for such a short flight. But I was pretty much finished by this point, as I'd had a busy day, which included going to see the pyramids. Make sure to check out that video and subscribe.